Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Shadowhunters episode 4. Episode 4 was probably the best episode of Shadowhunters so far. I'm not holding my breath that the show is getting better, but episode 4 definitely improved a bit. And that's mainly because of Malec. That's right, Malec made an appearance this episode. As always, if you haven't watched this episode and you don't want to be spoiled, click away now because I'm going to be talking about it. So first I want to talk about a conversation between Jace and Clary, where they're talking about hopefully finding the Mortal Cup, and Jace goes to Clary, memories are the only chance we have. I'm willing to bet on you. And I felt like that was like a lot of pressure to put on Clary because like it's not her fault like if her memories don't reveal anything about like the Mortal Club. Obviously we know where it goes and everything, but still I just feel like it's a lot of pressure. Like if someone said that to me I'd be like, well, hang on a second. I can't help if I don't, know. Surely there must be another hope. Calm your farm. Then we probably had one of my favourite scenes in this episode. It wasn't a Malec scene, surprise, surprise, but it was a Simon scene. Simon starts like getting pissed off and he calls Jace Captain America and it came out of nowhere. It was such a good insult and I just burst out laughing. I lived for Simon in this little bannering session. Except when he was like, come at me bro, and I'm like, oh Simon, that's a little bit too far, saying come at me bro. Plus, do you really want Jace to come at you? I'm not really sure that you can handle yourself. And then we also have this lovely quote, why don't you just do your own homework for once? Simon's bants were on point. Jace's on the other hand was just like, well, I'm cool and I have weapons and all that, so yeah. I really wish that he had a banter back and forth. I feel like he would have in the book, but in the TV show he was just like, yeah. And Simon was like throwing all these fantastic bants. But yeah, I just kind of love that scene. It made me burst out laughing, and it didn't make me burst out laughing in a bad way. Like, yeah, definitely some of it was cheesy, especially like the come at me bro, but I still really enjoyed it. Then we had the Magnus PowerPoint where they like have this slideshow of Magnus and everything. I don't know, it just seemed really ridiculous. Like, who doesn't know who Magnus Bane is? Hodge is talking about something and his rune lights up and Clary goes to Hodge in this most nonchalant voice ever. Hodge, your rune, are you okay? And then literally the next second, like she doesn't even give Hodge a chance to reply. She goes, so what are we gonna do? Like completely like forgetting about Hodge and that she just asked him if he was okay. It just seemed really out of place. I'm like, yeah, nice bit of caring there, Clary. It seemed like they just kind of added it in to show that Hodge is still struggling with the fact that like his runes like are going off and he's in pain when he talks about this stuff, but they don't want to take it too far and add too much time on it. And then Magnus mentions Tessa, which brings a whole lot of emotions for me. I'm like, Tessa? Is he talking about our Tessa? And part of me is so excited. I'm like, yes, Tessa. But another part of me is like, no. I do not want them to touch those characters. If they bring Tessa or Will or Jem or any of those characters into the show, I am not about it. I'm not about that life. I will not let you ruin those characters. So whilst it was exciting to hear Magnus say that, my brain was screaming, no, don't you dare touch them. Like, I'd really love to see the Infernal Devices series be turned into like a TV show or movies, but not by ABC Family. I'm sorry, but no. Give it to someone else, but not them. They're not to touch them. Then we have little Maureen hoping she's got a chance of Simon, and I'm like, no, Maureen, Simon is Izzy's, alright? They don't know it yet, but they're meant to be. And you need to back the F off, Maureen. Can't you see that he's not interested? After that, we don't really get much of Simon for the rest of the episode, which made me sad, but that's okay because we got Malec. First of all, we have Clary and Magnus offers Clary to go with him and Clary was like, no. And I put here, I'd go with Magnus, just saying, because I would. And then we have our first Malec where they meet and it's just the sex appeal and oh my gosh, yes. Insta lust, am I right? I'm all about it. Then that's all. I thought that's all we're gonna get of them, Malec, of them just like quickly meeting. And we go to that kid who's horrified about their dad. I think their dad has just died or something. The kid is horrified, screaming out for their dad. Clary helps save the kid and then the kid just goes with Clary, just forgetting about their dad who they were once like crying and screaming about. I don't know, it just seemed like who's gonna change their tone that quickly? Like the kid's still gonna be traumatized about the dad. Like why are they like now like, oh, well, somebody saved me. I guess it doesn't matter about my dad anymore. Like, no, that's not how that works. I feel like there are a lot of plot holes in this and convenient plot lines where we just kind of forget about certain things because the show doesn't want us to talk about that anymore. I've got in caps lock letters here in big writing on my notes, ship it for Malec. I was like so excited. We had more Malec scenes. It was great. You could feel the sexual tension. It was great. Really ship them. I can kind of already see the chemistry between them. Unlike, you know, Jace and Clary, I really see the chemistry there. Then we have one of the most annoying scenes to me where Jace puts a rune on Clary and he goes, this might sting. I'm not entirely sure what the rune did. And Clary does this scream. However, it kind of sounds like I've got like a sing screen. It's like the most cringeworthy scream ever. Kind of sounds like she's half singing, half screaming. It was not a good scream. I didn't like it. Also, overreaction, Clary. It was just meant to sting. And then fucking Alec, when he fucks up that circle. You have the demon take a memory of Jace. It becomes obvious that Alec likes Jace. Everyone looks around and Alec just freaks the fuck out. And I feel like in the books, Alec would have been like, trying to shrug it off, just would have dealt with it. He wouldn't have put anybody in danger. He would have completed the circle and then he would have been all moody and angsty after that. I definitely don't feel like he would have done what he did in the TV show, which was to break apart the circle and cause chaos. You done goofed, Alec. Like, he could have easily brushed it off too. Like, Jace is his I can't say it. Parabody? I know, I'm not saying it right. It's understandable for Alec to, you know, care about Jace is like that much. Like, he's got, you know, no boyfriend or girlfriend or anything. So I feel like Jace would have understood and, you know, thought, oh, that's nice, you know, he cares about me the most. But no, him doing that made it completely obvious that he had feelings for Jace and that he saw Jace more than friends. Like, you fucked yourself over, Alec. Also, when Magnus did that scene where he was talking about some, I don't know, painter or some famous person and he was like, oh yeah, he's great in bed, and looks at Alec and just like, you know, he does it to make him uncomfortable and kind of hint, and I'm like, yes. I really wasn't feeling Harry Sean Jr. in other episodes, but I really feel like his character started to come out a little bit more and I started to feel him again, which is great because I know how great of an actor he can be. I'm not trying to shit on any of these actors. I believe that they all have the potential to be great. I more feel like it's the direction that they're giving and the lines that they're giving that really aren't showing them off. I'm shitting basically on the writing and the directing. Sorry, not sorry. I'm really not sure what episode 5 is going to bring. I'm hoping we get to see more of Simon and more of Malec, though I doubt it. We're seeing a lot more Malec though at the start than I thought we would, so that's always a plus. I'm also really interested to see how people who haven't read the book, who are just watching this show, or maybe have never even heard of it before, just saw it on Netflix and started watching it, what they're thinking of it if they're still watching it. I feel like it would be confusing. Like, even now when I'm watching it, sometimes I could see how it could be confusing and I know what's going on. Like, I know all the terminology and everything. Maybe that's just me, but I'd be really interested to see on someone who hadn't read the books what they're thinking of the show. I'm a little bit more excited now to see episode 5, seeming episode 4 was a lot better than I thought it would be, though I feel like I'm gonna get my hopes let down. Let me know in the comments below how you're liking the show so far. What was your favourite scenes? Are you looking forward to episode 5? Do you think the show would actually start getting better now? Or have you loved the show from the start? Let me know. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!